talk to Gage.
Today we're going to be talking about Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster for the Switch. Now, I haven't finished this game, I'll be honest. I have not finished it, at least as of the recording of this video. However, I have just begun, let me put that right there, my, I would say second playthrough, but my first playthrough of Suikoden 2 HD in this collection. So I wanted to kind of sit down, talk about some of my thoughts on this, and just kind of share my general first impressions with all of you. Specifically on Suikoden 2, but I do want to talk about Suikoden 1 a little bit as well. So why don't we get the first one out of the way, as I have overall less to say about it than I do 2, and I haven't even finished 2. I'm like a handful of hours into it at most, like 4 or 5 at most. But Suikoden 1 was really fun. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good game. It had some cool elements to it, some cool story beats, some moments of like pretty intense like emotions, more than so than I was expecting going in. It's not the greatest story out there. It's not even close to something like the heights of the God tier Xenoblade series, but it was pretty good. And yeah, I overall enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun time. I will say that the inventory management didn't bother me as much as it did most people who played this game. It still is not great. I think the worst part about it isn't even the fact that it's like, all right, each character has their own inventory. I kind of like games like that, I'll be honest. I don't really hate that idea. I liked it in Earthbound, and everyone hates it in Earthbound except the Monkey Cave, because frick the Monkey Cave. But in Suikoden 1, I didn't really mind it. But when it became an issue is when you're trying to get one item from a certain party member that's like in your stock, and you have to bring them into your party just to take that item and then put them back into their thing. And meanwhile, you're going up like 3-4 flights of stairs just to do this stuff. Like, that was abysmal. I'm really surprised they didn't fix that in the remaster, because that is by far the biggest turd stain on this otherwise pretty good game. That's actually really fun. So yeah, I totally would recommend Suikoden 1. I mean, if you buy this collection, it comes with it, so you might as well check it out, and I do highly recommend you play it. Everyone is not lying when they say you should play the first one before you play 2. There's a good reason why people say that. That's about my thoughts on 1, but let's talk about Suikoden 2. Really the main meat of this collection. And again, I'm only 5 hours in, but I can say that with confidence because I can tell this is a special game. So I've already noticed that they fixed a lot of my before mentioned issues with inventory. They've really streamlined it and made it far more interesting and intuitive. So far they're giving me a whole lot more freedom as well with the party setup. They're not forcing me to have like 3 different characters that I don't necessarily want in my party at any given point, which is really cool. Yeah, I'm very much enjoying it, but I want to talk about the main villain, because I think this is the moment when he is introduced. I mean, I guess he's introduced like earlier in the game, but then there's this moment, it's the pig scene. Now, I heard about this going in, and then I was excited to see it, and once I kind of saw pig mentioned, I was like, okay, this is that scene. And it slaps. It is so amazing. It is really good. The music, the vibes, it's extremely epic and dark and scary. I think this is the moment when fans of this franchise, when players sort of get hooked. I think this is the moment where people playing Suikoden 1 and 2 realize that this is a very special franchise, and this is something that you want to play. I think that moment, I think that's when players have to see the end. They have to get to the end, because I know that's how I'm feeling. I mean, Xenoblade Chronicles X comes out in just a few days now. We are getting intensely close to when that game releases, and I am extremely excited about that. But I kind of want to finish this. I'm going to try my best to finish Suikoden 2 before that time. It's probably not going to happen. I've put like 15 hours into the game in like 2 days. Not going to happen, but I'm going to try to get through this, and then I'm going to hop over and play that, and I really want to, you know, probably talk about that game some. But yes, Luca's insane. This story is very interesting so far. I'm very much invested in it. I like all of the little changes that they've made to the systems, and I genuinely think it has the potential of being like an A tier, maybe even peak game for me. I mean, I like RPGs already as it is, and this is a very good one. So yes, I'm quite vibing with it. The combat is amazing. The battle animations, that's one huge improvement. They made it to where the characters have idle animations this time, and they're not just like standing there like totally frozen like this. Adds a lot more life to it, to the combat. And yeah, I'm extremely excited to see where Suikoden 2 goes. Will I make a full-on video about just Suikoden 2 in the future? Maybe. If there's interest in that, maybe we'll do that whenever I finish this thing. But for now, I just really wanted to sit down and kind of talk about this game. I mean, literally I was playing it last night and I got to the pig scene and I was like so shocked and shooketh that I pretty much stopped playing. I pretty much stopped playing that night and was like, I gotta put it down. I'm gonna come back to it tomorrow. And so yeah, here we are. I'm gonna probably sit down and play it right after I'm done recording and editing this video real quick because I just want to play more. That's how fun and good it is. So yeah, now if you're kind of on the fence like me and you're like, I think I'll like it. There's elements about this that I think are really cool. But am I really gonna like it? You know, it seems kind of old school. I'm not always a huge fan of old school games because old school games are hit or miss with me. It just depends on what it is. This one's really good. That's all I'll say. It's really, really solid. If you can get through that first game, you're gonna probably vastly prefer and adore maybe even the second game because I'm quite enjoying it. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly throw my 2 cents out there on my review of Suikoden 1 / first impressions of this collection / the second game, and just kind of throw it out there and see what y'all think. But what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments down below. Are you playing this currently? Have you already finished both of them? What are your thoughts? I need to see some Xenoblade X hype down in the comments. But with all that being said, I will see you all in the next video. Oh, wait. Almost forgot. Don't forget to engage that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you all in the next video. God bless.